Hello, I'm Dr. Manoj Kuriakos, and this video is basically to show you how to survive in different stages of COVID. The first thing that you need to know when you are positive for COVID is that it is not as dangerous as it is projected to be. The percentage of people dying with COVID in India is as low as 1.8% compared to Italy, which is at 13.7%. The number of people dying of road accidents, hunger, diarrhea, cardiac ailments, cancer, etc. are way more than the COVID. So it's important to check the fear. Now, once you test positive for COVID, the following are the possibilities. Number one, you will be asymptomatic. Number two, you will have mild or moderate symptoms. And number three, you will have critical symptoms. If you are asymptomatic, now you got yourself tested because you got exposed and you are positive, but you have zero symptoms. This means that your immunity is very good. Hence, you are exhibiting no symptoms. Do not panic and start on unnecessary medication because there is no need. If you take too much of medications, you are messing up with your immunity, which is already doing a fantastic job, and you might end up in trouble. You may take home remedies, homeopathy and other alternative systems of medicines which have no side effects and will boost your immunity. Mild and moderate symptoms. Now, all your life you have had seasonal colds and fevers. Your body has always expressed its discomfort and demanded medicines when needed. So, treat it as you would have treated it pre-COVID times. Treat your symptoms with homeopathy and other alternative systems and home remedies. If fever is there, you could take a Dolo or a Crocin. If cough and cold is bothering you additionally, take an antibiotic or an anti-allergen. Of course, after consulting your allopathic doctor. Do not take other strong medicines like a steroid and an antiviral unless your reports or the doctor who is treating you feels that you need it. There are numerous cases of post-COVID complications all over the world, and this I feel is more due to too much of medication that is taken and not because of the COVID. Now, in critical cases, it is not true that if you are admitted in the ICU or you are on a ventilator, you will die. It is also not true that if you are admitted and you have an underlying conditions like a BP or a diabetes, you will die. If this was the case, then how is it possible that our death rate is only as low as 1.8%? The allopathic doctors are doing a phenomenal job in treating critical COVID patients, and they have managed to keep our death rate extremely low. I bow my head down to them the way they have braved the conditions and worked for the last so many months and are continuing to do so. From our homeopathic end, in the last 7 months, we've been treating more than 700 COVID positive patients and COVID suspects, and our results have been extremely good. Our data shows that a combination of homeopathy and allopathy in critical patients further reduces the death rate and helps in early recovery. Along with homeopathy and allopathy, I will also recommend a breath work which can help you heal and keep you alive in critical conditions. We'll try and give a logic behind the breath work also.
Everything in life is a vibration. Do you know what a tuning fork does? When you hit the tuning fork on a hard surface, vibration is produced. By placing the vibrating fork on the body, the vibration is transferred into the body. On a similar principle, vibrate your life with this simple breathing exercise for a healthier and vibrant living. How to do it? Step 1. Inhale through your nose with your mouth closed. Open your mouth partially, let the lower jaw drop a little bit. Exhale completely, make a natural sound and produce a vibration in the lower jaw. Here is how you do it. Step 2. Inhale through your nose with your mouth closed. Exhale completely, keeping your mouth closed, lips together, making a natural sound. Now by doing this, you are transferring these vibrations which are produced into the outer layers of the body. Here is how you do it. Step 3. Again, inhale through your nose with your mouth closed. Get your front teeth to touch each other as you exhale and make a sound. Keep your lips together. Now you are transferring the vibrations produced into the innermost layers of the body. Now here is how you do it. Step 4. Inhale through your nose with your mouth closed. Now, as you exhale, divide the exhale into 3 equal parts and do all the 3 above steps one after the other. In the first part, you exhale with a sound with your mouth slightly open. In the second part, exhale making a sound with your lip together. In the third part, exhale making a sound with your teeth together. Here is how you do it.
Now, what are the advantages of doing this breath work? Vibration is caused in all parts of the lung, thereby exercising it. The vibrations will dislodge any mucus in the lungs. It is a healing energy vibration for those who believe that everything in the universe is a vibration. It vibrates the 3 main chakras for those who believe in the chakra. Now, what are the advantages of those who are in the ICU or on ventilator? We all know how panic is one of the major factors for people dying of COVID. Agreed, we are all scared, and there is a belief that if you are in the ICU or ventilator, you will die. And if you happen to have an underlying conditions like BP and diabetes, the fear turns into panic. And when you panic, you breathe shallow and you start to feel breathless. CO2 pools in the lungs. As you feel more and more breathless, your panic levels keep increasing. Have you heard that many people die of snake bite from fear than the poison? It is something similar in case of COVID too. The blood changes that happen in the critical COVID cases called a cytokine storm is also more or less similar to that what happens after snake bites. While you are focusing on the breath work, your mind cannot wander. If it wanders, your breath work will get disturbed. Then you can get back to focusing on your breath work. This will keep you from thinking about negativity, about death and other fears of COVID. This will calm you down and it will get your shallow breath normal. Thereby, it reduces your CO2 pooling in the blood and regulates your oxygen levels. World over, if you look at it, the most successful method of meditation is by focusing on your breath, and that's exactly what you're doing here too. For those who are critical and in the ICU or on the ventilator, remember, breath, prana, ru, that is what is life. So keep up this breath throughout your stay in the hospital. Whenever your thoughts wander, bring your focus back on the breathing. Breathe like your life depends on it. And when you breathe to live, you cannot die. So take care.